So how do you fix a city that already has roundabouts, but it has traffic backing up absolutely everywhere? That is what we're going to find out today. Let's see if we can fix this city. So here we have the city of New Ruxville, sent in by Alch Whip. And I chose this one because it's not a huge city. It's about 35,000 population. And yeah, there's a lot of fixing that needs doing. As it stands at the moment, we are at 13%. I've just sort of let the city run for a while to see what goes on with it. And you can see the highway traffic here is starting to back up in both directions. In fact, this direction goes all the way down to there. This highway connection over here backs up, I think, right off the... Yeah, I can't go any further that way. That's the edge of the the area that they own, just along there. But that's backing up all the way that way. And what else have we got over here? So we've got a couple of junctions going on, and this is all just backing up and getting in each other's way. You've got a nice roundabout here coming off the highway, which is what we want to try and keep the traffic going. But yes, it's causing issues. So this one's backing up to the next junction. Keep it going, and that'll back up onto the main highway. What does it look like in the red? Let's have a look. So yeah, lots of traffic. Now what you've sort of got here is what we have done in previous cities, where you've got the highway that goes around the outside of the map. You don't have, from what I can see, any sort of inner city highway sort of connection roads. It all comes in, hits a roundabout, which is good, and then just heads off into the city, into these little tiny roads. So if you want to come off of here and get over there, you've got to come off, go through these small roads, then back onto this big road. So you've got this nice big road here, but you sort of stopped it halfway because you've put this nice park here and your school, which is a shame. You didn't sort of continue that down to there. Yeah, okay. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to reload up the city to the point of where you gave it to me, because at the moment I've let it run for a while. We're down to 11%, and then we'll see what we can do to fix this thing up. Okay, so let's take a look around, and maybe we'll make a start at some of the obvious fixes that we can do, and then we'll see how things go from there. So let us use our traffic manager mod down here. That's what this is. You can look this up on the Steam Workshop if you so wish. And we are going to set this roundabout up as if it was a real-life roundabout. So people that are coming on need to give way, and everybody else can keep moving. And we're also going to tell the people on here that if you're moving around the roundabout, you can just keep on going. You don't have to stop at the junction like these cars are doing here. We're going to do the same. You can carry on. And that one's already set up. And we're going to stop these ones carrying on because there's probably going to be a lot of cars coming down there at some point. And then what I've been doing recently, which I found has helped, is changing the lanes. You can see here we've got straight on and right, and then a right. And I like to change those. So we've got one for right, and then everybody else just carries on round. So one for right, everybody else carries on round. We've got nothing, everyone carries on there. This is the next bit. Yeah, one for right and two for straight on. And yeah, and that will just help things keep moving nice and speedily. Any other roundabouts we could have a quick look at? So we haven't got one there. I'm just looking at the outside ones. This needs a roundabout. We'll do that in a sec. Let's just have a very quick look at this one. That could probably do with the same. Yep, give way to coming on, give way to coming on, give way to coming on. You've got a 4-lane road going into a 3-lane roundabout there. Just for the sake of keeping everything organised and knowing what's going on, let's just change that to the 3-lane highway. You may as well. That's what you've got everywhere else. So that's that one. We've got this little roundabout here. We might as well get all these done in the beginning, and then we're sorted then, aren't we? I'm going to try and not add any more roundabouts other than that one that we've spoken about. We're definitely going to need that one. So that's the going around. That's the going around. I'm just going to do it quickly because I've already told you what I'm doing, so you know what's going on. There we go. This one here I want. Oh, also save, sip of tea. I'm tea-powered. Got to have the tea. And then this one here. Right, straight on, straight on. And that one there as well. Doesn't seem to have any lanes. Oh, yeah, there we go. Excellent. Okay, so that's that one done. So we've done that one, that one, that one. And that is about it for roundabouts. Right, this up here, you've sort of got it almost sorted how I would do it. But we're going to just remove that. Remove that and remove this. So you want to keep this all moving constantly without any sort of messing around. We could just stick a little roundabout in there. And then I'm going to use the net picker tool down here. This is just a time-saving tool for picking. I want to use this road. to connect on here. And rather than look at it, see what it is, try and find it, I can just click on there and I've got it. That's it. So I can now connect that up to there. I can upgrade that bit, upgrade that bit. And is that a bit there? Oh no, that's a junction. That's fine. And then don't forget, with your roundabouts, you need to brace them like this, because otherwise when you start adding roads to them like we're going to do up here, they will change shape. And then we'll connect to this top section. So we'll just sort of come... Oh, actually, I want to upgrade this to be highway. There we go, so it moves quicker. And then we are going to take this here. And then, because we did this by hand, we've also got this little road down here. What is this building over here that we've got? It's an interesting looking building. Medium parking garage. I like that. University Hospital. You've got some nice buildings in your city. And that's just the servicing. Oh, I like this parking over here as well. Oh, you've done like your own little parking area. Oh, that's nice. I like that. And some paths and like a little road coming up. Very cool, very cool. You've got some nice things in this city. It's not too far. I'm only going to lose one building. Yep, let's do that. And then we'll just do the roundabout thing again. Oh, we need to upgrade that one there. Let's upgrade that. There we go. And then we'll just do the roundabout thing again. So we're going to say giveaway coming on, giveaway coming on. Junction restrictions. If you're on the roundabout, you can go straight through. So one for right, other two straight on. One for right, two for straight on. So that should help just ease this sort of traffic here. And then you've got a junction right next to your roundabout. So I would most definitely say these guys need to give way and this can go straight through. And then I'm also going to say that if you're coming straight through here, you can just keep going, but everybody else has to stop. That is a good way of doing it. Now, because we put that in there, people can't walk from one side to the other. Excellent. I mean, we could even add some walking paths up there if you wanted to, but that just helps people get around and hopefully keep that area moving along nicely. Right. And what I'm just going to do here as well, because it's sort of backing up because these are stopping. Lots of people want to go straight on and they're going in this lane. Look, see that guy there? So he had to wait until the truck went before he could go straight ahead. If we pick that one and say that lane's for left only and that lane's for straight on, then hopefully as they come down here, there we go, look, they'll pick the correct lane and they'll just keep going and they'll just keep going, which is much, much better. I would even be tempted to stop them crossing here because it's so close, this junction, to all of that. I might even say, do you know what? I'm actually going to delete that junction there. But I'm just going to draw the road a bit further up to the end so we don't lose the buildings. It's just, yeah, just like that. It's just too close. It's stopping everything from going. And they can all come up here and get through there. Come back and have another look at that in a bit. What are we at? 69%. Fantastic. Let's see if we can find... So what's going on here? They've already got a roundabout here. We've done all the stuff for it. They're coming in and then they're stopping here. So you've got... Everybody's stopping. You've got traffic lights. You don't need these traffic lights in such a small junction. And you want to keep these cars moving. You really do. Just looking where that's going. Heading round that way. Yeah, so down here, let's do a bit of prep work. We're going to say, you're going to give way. 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 See, too many junctions all next to each other, but you can sort of negate that a bit with the give way of all the little small side ones. So they can move straight through. Then we're going to take the junction restrictions and say, if this main road is going, they are just going to carry on straight through the junction without stopping. So that just keeps them going. There we go. And we'll do that all the way along here, like so. And there is a couple more. Is that the last one? Yep, then we get to the end. Very good. And then we're going to take the traffic lights out here and say that, so we've got a few trucks coming down there. You have to give way. So these always go. And then I'm going to change how these lanes work. Because at the minute, all the cars are going in the middle. It's that silly AI thing. Look, they're turning right. There's a big empty right-hand lane, but they're doing the stupid AI thing. So we're going to say, no, you've got... I think most are going right. So we're going to go 2 for right and then 1 for left. I'm just wondering, actually, or whether we could say, no, 1 for right, and then we'll go 2 for left. So you're going to have to rethink your life choices. There we go. So they will immediately get in this lane, and it'll keep those 2 lanes clear for keeping everything going. Because you're getting a lot of traffic coming out of here with your metro. But that's fine. I mean, that's cleared up already. Let's go over here and have a look. That's not too bad. Still, yeah, it's not backing up, though. It's not backing up too far. Just very busy. Very busy with stuff coming and going. Why? Ah, buses. Is that what that is? Biofuel bus. Have a quick sip of tea. So, I banged that cup down a bit hard, didn't I? Large parking garage as well. Right off this main road. Which is good because you've got the Grand Mall right next to it and your Mall of Moderation. But bus stops. Yeah, let's have a look at bus stops by junctions are flipping notorious for causing problems. And it's holding up all of this. I'm just wondering whether... Do you know what we could do? We come back out of that. Just because this is such a busy way in, instead of just moving it further down out the way, we're going to just take a small side street. We're going to do that. Then we're going to get your bus stop. There it is. And we're going to move it into there. Doesn't matter which side. There we go. So that's stopped the bus going round the roundabout unnecessarily. And he's now not going to stop on the road anymore. And then we're just going to say that the bus, when he comes out, has to give way. And anybody on the main road can just keep going if they wish. It adds another little crossing here, which you might find slows things down a little bit. And you get trucks doing that as well. But that's just going to free up this here, hopefully. Good. Okay, what are we at to? 71%. We're getting a bit of red going on down here. So let us take a look. So these guys are coming through here, coming down there. And then they're probably trying to head out to... Well, let's use the in-game tool. Let's go up here. Pick this one. Routes. That's the one we want. Okay, Williams Street. Turn off pedestrians. We'll turn off cyclists. Private vehicles, public transport and cargo. Truck, city service vehicles. So, private vehicles and trucks are the main thing. Loads are coming down there. And then, yeah, they're all heading over here. So, they're going up. That's their endpoints. That's maybe where they live. A lot are coming from in the outside... and then coming down there. Is there not another road connection? There's this road connection up here. Have you changed the speeds on any of your roads? So 50, 50. This is all 50. Maybe not. But for some reason they're choosing that way over this one. It's just going like that. It's easy to see the road. So that one comes all the way down here and also connects there. Yeah, it's just like the quickest way is that big main road through there. So this little junction here... And even I would say this one here. Oh, this is one way. So you've got one way coming in, one way. So you've made this one way all the way down. Okay. But I would say this here could really do with being a roundabout. But what have you got right here? The Regis High School. Now, we did discover in a previous episode that you can make a very, very small roundabout. And it will still work really well. We need 3-lane one way. Then we need the roundabout mods. Okay, 3-lane one way. And then we're going to make that nice and small. Okay, let's turn that on and off again. There we go. If we go minus, 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 minus. I just wondered whether we could fit it in. So that's the smallest size that would still work. And it's not going to affect the building. So let's pop that in. Let's just give it all a second to think about what the heck's going on. We're in the middle of this road and it's all been messed up. So let's just have a look at what's going on here. Lots of people crossing over. We need to do a little bit of maintenance work on here. And also we could make this a little bit bigger. So I'm going to just go... I'm going to get that and go 1, 2. I'm going to get that and go 1, 2. I'm going to get that and go 1, 2. And then I'm going to get this one. So we're still round, but a little bit more space. Let us now work on this. So all the traffic manager stuff should already be set up. And it isn't, which is always worth checking. It should do, but it isn't. So we've got that. Then our junction restrictions, we're going to say you can't cross over on these. And I'm also going to stop it on that as well. And then again, if you're on the roundabout, you can go straight through. But no crossing. Because we want this thing to keep moving. And we'll deal with the pedestrians in a minute. And this one here, no crossing, no crossing, no crossing. And if you're on the roundabout, you can keep going round. Okay, so let's let that run for a bit. And off they go. We could do the lanes again like we've done before. So this lane here, we're going to say 1 to go off and 2 to carry on round. That lane there, 1 to go off right, 2 to carry on round. And this one here, 1 to go off right and 2 to carry on round. That will help keep things moving. And then we need to help the poor people, because at the minute they can't cross from one side to the other. We're sort of at a bit of space here. We're going to delete this guy here. There we go. And we're just going to run a little path over the top here. So if we just go sort of page up and go right over the top. And then page down. That seemed a bit too far to me. There we go. I don't know why the screen's gone white. But we'll do that one there. Okay, we're going to anarchy that one. There we go. So they can get from one side to the other, and if they need to cross over this road, they can cross there. If they need to cross this road, they could cross over there. Because look, there's a heck of a lot of people using your metro. Wow, that is good. So we need to just let this run for a few minutes. I would also just make sure that these guys can keep going. So you've got to give way. And if you're on here, you can go straight through. You can go straight through. Just, oh yeah, this is that other busy road, isn't it? I wouldn't have that connect there. I'd have it connect over here somewhere, just so it's not so busy. Yeah, because that is such a busy road. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade that to one way going up. And it's not going to like it, the connection thing, but that's fine. And that one's coming in, going out. I would do that. And then keep that one two-way, which is this one. And I'm going to make this two-way as well. There we go. So they can come up there, go up there, and it just stops. Got a bus lane there. It's going to have to think about his decisions. Everybody else can work okay. Where are they going to come down? They're not going to come down any of these, are they? Because they're so far away. This one here, this is the main road through. That should be two-way. Like that one there, look. Straight through. So if they want to get up here, they've got to come down there, go through there. And they can go up there, then they can come round. Yeah, that's fine. That should be okay. And that just moves the traffic away a bit from there. Let's just sort your bus stop that I've inadvertently messed up. Oh, there's no bus stop there. Don't know where that was. There's no line attached to that. So, yeah. So hopefully that will just keep on moving. We might just need to leave that to run a bit. Why are these guys stopping? Look! Again, a bus route right there. Well, I'm going to move this one this time. We're going to drag it to over here when the game's finished saving. Oh, I've completely lost track of where I am. There it is. Let's just move it further along. Hordes of people running. There we go. Because you're a very busy metro. I mean, it's a shame that there's not a nice, small, thin road with a bus lane that we could stick in there. Can you just make that go a bit bigger? But we'll see. We'll see what's happening there. And then we're going to do a few little giveaways here to keep this all going. So we're going to do giveaway so you can go straight through and just keep on moving through, moving through. We'll do the same down here. Give way, and then we want you just to keep on moving through, and then hopefully then that will just clear up a bit. Yeah, it's moving. There we go, it's moving. That's what we want to see, and people are using this little path. Let us just have a quick look at your transport, because we've just seen that. So what have we got? That's the bus line I broke. It only had one stop anyway. Let's just delete that. So lots of vehicles on here. Let's just see. Let us just see whether you've got... See, there's just not enough people for the buses that you've got. Far too many buses. And all of these just empty, empty, empty. 654 people. Yeah, I would take out that down to about 10. Let's look at the next one. 6 buses on this line. Again, a couple of them pretty empty. I would just take out 2 of those. Let's look at the next one. 8 buses. That's not too bad. They're full up. That one's full up. Yeah, that's fine. We'll leave that as it is. This one here, 11 buses. Empty, empty. I think another bus is probably going to appear here in a second and take... Yeah, it's like you actually need an extra bus on that line. Yeah, let's put in 13. And then our last line, 15 buses, but loads of people waiting. Let's have a look. Yeah, look, they're all full up, full up, full up, full up. And there's tons of people up here. So you need more buses on this one. I would add another 5. So let's have a look. You've got no trams. Metro lines are going really well. That's only got 2 stops, 1 vehicle. So let's see how this is going. So there's no people waiting. That's good. You don't want people waiting. Yeah, this line here, tons and tons of people. Look. And all these are full up. So we've got 3. I'm going to double that to 6. So you've got some leeway. We should get another one appear that's empty in a minute and then start picking up some of these. It's only 180 at a time. Where's that stop? Oh, that's here. Yeah, we want to keep on top of those. I mean, I'd even perhaps go for 8, just because they're all coming around absolutely full up. Again, we're going to add a couple more to this one. I'm going to double that one to 6. And our last one's doing okay for 1 stop backwards and forwards. Excellent. And I think that's about it. You haven't got any boats or taxis or anything else. Okay, well, that's going to keep cars off the road, so that is good to see. How's our roundabouts going? This one's going okay. That one's going okay. This one's going... Look at that. That's all cleared up over there. Where's the one the other end of the city? It's backing up still a little bit, isn't it? Still backing up a little bit. I'm just wondering actually here whether we could do that little trick where we just add an extra lane in there just so they can go straight off. What do we want? Do we want this? 4-lane... Let's just do that, just to maybe keep things moving a little bit. And then I'm going to do a bit of lane management here. So we're going to grab this tool, and we're going to say, if you're in this outside lane, you want to go right. And that one goes off. Then if you're here, you can go there or there. And then if you're in this one, you go there. Yep, that's fine. And then we're going to use this tool and say, only this one is turning off, the rest are going straight on. And we might just find then that some of these, start diving down the side here instead of queuing up in this place and get onto the roundabout and start get moving, because that's what we want. So we'll leave that to run a little bit. So how are things going around the city? Do you remember this highway junction when we first started? It was completely backed up off the map. That is nice and clear and moving now, which is fantastic. We also had the same issue on this side. This is where I thought I was going to add a road connection from here to here, but we've not really needed it, to be honest. That's all cleared up. This is moving fine through there, and that is nice and smooth, which is really good. Nice and clear. And because everything else is all clear, this little junction that you've put together yourself here is running fine, because not all the cars are jammed up and backing up and then trying to find alternative routes. So yeah, we're going to leave that one like it is. And this roundabout here that we've done a load of work on, that's running smoothly. I've just added this little extra little slip lane so people can bypass the roundabout, and that's working really well. We removed the bus stop here, so there wasn't anything stopping the cars, and that is moving nicely. We've added this little extra road, and that has helped spread out all the traffic as well. Then we've got our little roundabout down here that we put in, which is running nice and smoothly. Lots of people using the crosswalk there. I just made this a little bit bigger as well off camera and just moved this school up a couple of notches with the Move It mod, and it's just giving it a little bit more room to breathe and to people to work out where they're going, and for it to be more round, so it's less herky-jerky when the cars come around the corner, which is always good. Just perhaps a little tiny tweak I would do with your metro here. So you've got this line over this side with a clockwise and anti-clockwise loop. You've got this little line that comes over to here. I would maybe continue that around in a loop, but I'll let you do that. And then you've got this loop up here, clockwise and anti-clockwise. And you've got these right next to each other with a little bridge so they can cross over and get to the one the other side, which is great. So they don't have to use the crossings. This one here is the other side of the road. So what I would do is if we just sort of delete these tunnels here for now to give us some space, and I would move that to this side of the road. What building is that? Fire department, whatever that said. Can we pop that somewhere else? Yes, we can. We're going to put that there. And I'm going to move this side because all these people are coming out. Look, you can see. And then they're crossing over here and they're slowing down the traffic. So, excuse me, can you let me have the metro station? We're just going to pop that on the other side. In there. Yep, there we go. And then we can join those tunnels back up again. There we go. And now they're all on the same side of the road. And what we can do is just grab our paths and run that one from there, and we can just have that connect up to there so people can come straight out. There we go, cross over, join up with this little walkway, get onto this line or get onto that line, which is great. And you might even then say we're going to stop the crossing here because they will cross over there instead. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to do that because this is a bit of a, this junction's a bit all over the place. So let's just give these guys priority. And we're going to say, you can go through, no crossing, no crossing, no crossing. So there's plenty of other places to cross. There we go, look. It frees up almost instantly. And then we'll just do a similar thing here. We're going to say, have a sip of tea because the game's saving. Ah, it's nearly done. We're going to say, you can give way there. And no crossing, no crossing, no crossing. And straight through and straight through. Excellent. Look at that. They're like ants. Millions and millions of little ants taking over the city, crossing over. That is what we want to see. And let's take a look. What are we at? 81%. That is not bad at all. That is not bad at all. Things are moving well. Well, I'm really pleased with the way that city worked out. Thank you very much for sending it in. If you would like your city fixed, check out the pinned post below. Also, check out the video on screen as well. And I will see you all very soon. I've been Biffa. You've been great. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.